welcome to one of the sessions of the series Enescu Soirees, organized by the Romanian Cultural Institute in New York. My name is Remus Azoiței. I'm a violin professor at the Royal Academy of Music in London, and I'm delighted to have this opportunity to talk to you and to play for you and share with you my thoughts and actions for the last 2 months, where the entire planet stopped spinning. First of all, I would like to express my deep thanks to the team of Romanian Cultural Institute in New York. They are wonderful people, and it is so amazing that even during this very dark times with this unfortunate virus, they try to keep the Romanian spirit up and connect the entire Romanian breathing around the planet into things like this, the Enescu Soirees. I would like to thank them very much, and I feel very grateful for this opportunity. My past 8 weeks have been very confusing. As we know, this period affected us in so many ways. For me, a lot of concerts got cancelled and postponed, and I missed the stage, I missed my audience, and I missed performing, and not having the chance to perform for 2 months helped me realize that I'm made for a stage and I live through it. It is very difficult for a performer like me to stay home and just practice rather than display what I know on the stage and sharing with audiences. However, I have to say there are good things about this lockdown. I had the chance to catch up with my life besides the violin playing. All the tiny little things you wanted to do and never had the chance because you don't have the time. And I did a lot of other things, and I had a good opportunity to stay and reflect on many aspects of my life and have a little bit of a rebooting and a resetting of everything around me. I even moved house, so this is something I would have never had the chance to do because I'm always traveling with concerts or teaching my students and pretty much living for other people. So for me this is a good time to recharge and to think a little bit and ponder over so many aspects of my life. I'm sure many of you did the same, and I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm delighted to share some music with you, and I chose the mighty Chaconne by Johann Sebastian Bach. The Chaconne is one of the most famous works for violin. It's a very complex work that takes not years but decades to master, and it's a very large work. It's a theme with variations. We have one subject, as we call it, a thema, exposed at the beginning and at the end, and in between we have 64 variations. It is one of those world masterpieces, and it's an amazing thing that such a polyphonic work, meaning many voices happen at the same time, is actually written for a monodic instrument, which is the violin. But there is an explanation. The piano can play this Chaconne easily because they have access to all these keys and notes at the same time. Violin struggles to play notes at the same time, and this is the entire mobile of everything in a way, because the Chaconne is about struggling, it's about struggle, and if it was on the piano or keyboard it would be easy. So Bach's struggle comes through the violin with its limitations. The Chaconne is part of the It is the last movement of the second partita in D minor by Bach, which has 4 short dances, 3 minutes each, 4 minutes each, and it is documented that Bach wrote the first 4 movements, and then he went away for some concerts, and when he returned, he found his second wife had died, and that upset him deeply, and he sat down and wrote the Mighty Chaconne, which is about 17 minutes long. The Chaconne functions at many levels, from tiny local elements, all sorts of sequences, and tiny zones that reflect introverted thoughts, to larger zones and large sections, and in the end it's a big triptych. We have a minor section at the beginning, a major one, and another minor, D minor section, which unifies the entire work into one whole structure. I'm delighted to play it for you, and I hope you'll enjoy it, and may I say thank you for this opportunity, and I send you all my love from Remus Azoiței. Thank you.
Thank you.